Hello! Welcome back to week 2. The butterfly life cycle has four parts to the butterfly life cycle. We did number 1, the egg, and number 2 is the caterpillar or larva, and this is when our live caterpillars arrive in our mailbox. We waited so long. They took about 2 weeks to get to our house, and the kids and I are so excited. Stage 2, caterpillar or larva. They're wiggly, they're tickly. They're caterpillars, also known as larvae. Our caterpillars have arrived. Hi, what do you guys got there?
We have caterpillars. 6 caterpillars. That's how old we are. And this is our invention.
Our invention. All right, let's take a look at our caterpillars. We just got them in the mailbox today. They're inside this cup. And what's inside the cup with them?
Food. It looks like peanut butter. It's caterpillar's food. And that's all they need to live on until they come above their flies.
That's right. That's all they need to live on. So we don't need to give them any more food. That's it. So we're going to put them in their habitat now after they're done playing with them. And hopefully they don't kill any of them. Oh,
Gibson's holding one.
Gibson has one.
He's going to dig in.
Let's get a close-up of it.
Whoa. That is a...
Wow. A little caterpillar. And he's going to be a painted lady butterfly.
A painted lady butterfly? So them goals?
I gotta be honest, this stage kind of grosses me out. But all of my kids love insects and love caterpillars.
What?
Our caterpillars arrived today. Let's see our caterpillars. How many are inside?
6.
What? Really?
Whoa.
They got us so many caterpillars. And that stuff inside the container, it said it looks kind of like peanut butter. That is their food. That's all they need to live on until they become... Ew. But of course my kids think this is so cool. Check out this close-up picture and try to look at all the tiny little legs and little hair sticking out off of its body. Our little caterpillars are hungry and grow very fast. Hello, caterpillars. Welcome to your new home. This simple cage has a net around it. And to be honest, it wasn't that sturdy. It kept falling apart. But as you can see, we put the little cup up into the top portion where all the caterpillars stayed nice and cozy with all the food they needed to survive. Before we figured out how to insert the cup up into the tube, we had the caterpillars just crawling around inside the cage, and we lost a few of them. They escaped. So we started off with quite a few, but then in the end ended up with only 3. Stage 2, larva or caterpillar. The caterpillar chews through its eggshell and comes out into the world. It will usually keep eating the plant its egg was laid on. So it's important for mother butterflies to choose a plant their offspring will like to eat. Caterpillars eat a lot, grow quickly, and molt or shed their exoskeletons multiple times until they are ready for the next stage. Remember our first word, metamorphosis? Here it says magical metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is how a butterfly grows up by changing during different life stages. Butterflies grow through 4 stages of metamorphosis: egg, larva, pupa, and adult, or egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and adult. The full process can take from 1 month up to a year to complete, depending on the type of butterfly. From caterpillar to chrysalis to beautiful butterfly, each life stage looks very different. Fun fact, scientists estimate there are 12,000 to 15,000 different types of butterflies. My children are always finding so many things in nature. My son Isaac is holding his sister's bug catcher, where they catch all kinds of nasty, disgusting bugs. Larva or caterpillar? I am a larva, that's my name. But caterpillar is the same. Straight from the egg I climb to munch green leaves until it's time. I grow so fast and I shed my skin, molting out my skin so thin. Not enough leaves for lunch, need more to crunch, crunch, crunch. Eating is my game, puffed up larva is my name. Crawling on each branch and leaf, gobbling up greens, no time to sleep. Stop! What can it be? I'm wrapping up, I'm covering me. This is a strange looking caterpillar. It says the caterpillar or larva stage is usually the longest life stage. So it's the longest phase, phase 2. You can see the head, the thorax, the abdomen, the prolegs, the regular legs in the front. Much like a butterfly goes through stages, the caterpillar goes through stages of its own. These stages are called instars. As a caterpillar eats, it begins to grow out of its skin. This is called molting. When the caterpillar molts, it sheds its old skin and replaces it with new skin. Every time the caterpillar molts, it begins a new instar. Caterpillars usually go through about 5 instars before finally being able to move on to the next stage, the pupa stage. Can you think of another animal that sheds its skin? Caterpillars do not have lungs like you and I. Instead, they breathe through a spiracle on both sides of the body in segments that are linked to the trachea. As the caterpillar walks, the air is pushed into the trachea so it can breathe. Caterpillar's stomach moves on its own. A caterpillar's belly is attached at the front and rear end, not to the walls of the caterpillar's body. When the caterpillar walks, the belly moves with the rear end of the caterpillar and head instead of the body wall, so the belly shows to go far ahead of the walls of the caterpillar's body. Caterpillars have 6 eyes. They draw out silk for a cocoon. When our caterpillars first arrived, there was actually quite a bit of silk inside their cup. Caterpillars also move like no other animals. The crawling movement of a caterpillar is like a wave moving from back to front. Caterpillars seem like they have a lot of legs, but only 6 of them are considered true legs, and the most are considered prolegs or false legs, like fake legs. The prolegs have tiny little hooks on the ends, which help them walk and climb and improve their sticking ability. You can see where the caterpillars ate parts of this leaf. These insects eat a lot, but they don't have teeth. Instead, they have mandibles that are kind of like teeth, and they chew from both side to side instead of up and down like we would. Our painted lady caterpillars stay in the caterpillar phase for for 10 to 12 days. When some of them arrived, they were very tiny, and others were medium-sized, and by the time they went into their cocoons, they were much bigger. They eat continuously. And like we mentioned before, the caterpillars came with their own food inside the cup that looked like peanut butter. And so before they went into their cocoons, they had eaten most of that peanut buttery substance. We did not need to feed them any additional food. Caterpillars come in many different shapes and sizes. Their colors are usually similar to the habitat in which they are born. This is to help camouflage them from predators. What predators do little tiny caterpillars have? Wasps and birds. Birds and wasps love to eat these delicious snacks.